Hello there everybody, so Butter Knight to Hammer, and welcome back to Umineko Chiru, episode 8. Now then, well, shit's kind of went down. Oh, one thing that I was told to kind of make the end, I know it's not really much of a spoiler, but I was told that this particular episode does have multiple endings. They didn't tell me how many there were. But I was told that there is supposed to be a choice that comes up. And it was recommended by a couple people that I choose the ending that I believe is the bad ending. Without being too... Thank you very much for not really being for not being extremely spoilery. Because I was under the assumption that, yes, this is going to have multiple endings, I thought, personally. But... apparently they said, by choosing the ending that I believe to be the bad ending, it's supposed to, I guess, enhance the other ending, I suppose? I'm sorry if I'm butchering that up a little bit, but... interesting. So the ending I perceive to be bad. Well, this tale has no happy ending, so... The Book of the Single Truth, sealed in crystal by Battler. Until I undo this seal, I can't even stick the key in the keyhole. Ooh. This background's different, I think. Oh, even this one's different, I think. They were in a vast, dimly lit space. It was like a trench in the ocean floor. No, that's not quite... wait a minute, I think I read that wrong. To sum it up in a phrase, it was like a trench in the ocean floor. No, that's not quite right. It was a library. However, the number of books and the height of the shelves vastly surpassed all of those that existed in the world of humans. If height is the measure of greatness, then the gods must surely be giants taller than mountains. This place appeared to be a library big enough and grand enough for such gods. Each individual book was no larger than those from the human world. However, the shelves holding them stood like the walls of a valley or like a deep-sea ocean trench. So, Angie and the others looked like little more than a few small butterflies who had wandered into this vast library. Like minuscule deep-sea fish swimming about all alone in an ocean pit.
これは封印じゃなくて氷みたいなものよ。バトラの手から奪えば日向に置いとくだけで時間をかければ勝手に溶ける程度の脆いもの。手っ取り早く打ち砕けないの？あんたは冷凍サンマをハンマーで叩いて解凍するの？
Not really the best idea. Kind of destroys the value of the fish.
ごめんね。家庭科は1なの。
Oh. Another? Another new one?
この封印の回答を
Summoning your cats to do your dirt. Okay, that works. When Bernkastel whispered from the dark ocean pit deep below them, several emerald green glints appeared and gathered like a school of fish. Bernkastel threw the book of the single truth down to them, and only after several seconds passed, the school of fish seemed to gather around it and carried it away. Those few seconds made it clear just how deep this bookshelf trench went. Angie was once again dumbfounded by this unimaginably vast and godly library.
あとはあの子たちに任せておけばいいわ
Probably larger than the Library of Alexandria.
本当に私に中を読ませてくれるんでしょうね
I don't know, will she?
あなたが望むならそれは叶うわそして私だってあなたのその鍵がなければ読むことが叶わない
Angie silently gripped the golden key in her pocket. No, but the key is around her. Never mind. This journey has been so long and so strange. In search of the truth from 12 years ago, I left my home, met President Okanogi, met Amakusa, and at some point, that adventure became wrapped in the illusion of the witch. However, here I am. Ushidime Eva's diary is here. The truth written inside it is sitting right before me.
しばらく休みなさい私もあんたの相手だけをしていられるほど暇じゃないの別に疲れてなんかいないけどねエリカエンジェにお茶でもご馳走しなさいはい我が主
We're gonna see some Erica and Angie interactions? That'd be different. That would be different, I think. Erica popped into existence out of nowhere and bowed to her master.
ベルンカステルもしあんたが私をうまいこと利用して本と鍵を奪おうと考えているならただじゃ済まさないわよ貴様我が主に向かってなんて口を
No need to piss off Erica.
ごめんなさいね魔女とずいぶん長くやり合ってたせいで普通の言葉は信用しないことにしてるの
You cannot trust anything that's not in the red.
いいわ赤き真実で約束してあげる一なる真実の書を封印が解けて一番最初に読むのはあなた
Oh.
エンジェよ
Well then.
これでいい
For some time, Angie considered the witch's words, searching for some sort of trap hidden within them. There was no greater guarantee than a red truth given by a witch. Angie understood this well enough. If one did start to doubt even this red truth, there would be nothing left to trust in this entire world. If one began to suspect even this, then even the truth would no longer be truth.
まだ不満なの何も
She would need Bernkastel's help if she wanted to read the book of the single truth. Angie finally realized that she had nothing to gain by complaining more and annoying this witch further.
封印が解けたらすぐに読んでちょうだいもちろんよ私だって早く読みたいものすぐに呼ぶわ
Bern spun away from them, then vanished into the dark bookshelf trench. Angie saw a school of emerald green fish appear and follow behind Bernkastel. Could those be her familiars? As she stared at the emerald lights that resembled some sort of deep sea fish, Angie was poked from behind.
行きますよ同志エンジェ気持ち悪いからエンジェでお願い
Oh, guess I'm getting my wish of seeing these two interact.
じゃあ私のことはエリカ様でお願いします行きましょう同志エリカ
The pair began to swim in the direction Erica indicated. Swim seemed a better way to describe what they were doing than fly would have. You could have said glided.
ここは何なの図書館って呼ぶにはあまりに広大すぎるわ どうせ覚えられませんから、図書館とでも呼ばれたらどうです？
Tell me its name! Okay, I guess
覚え
not.
るかどうかは私が決めるわ。言いなさいよ。尊厳なる感激と戯曲と傍観の魔女により厳選されし名誉ある図書の都です。
There's no fucking way I'd be able to remember that. The great witch of theater-going, drama and spectating's noble city of carefully selected books.
やっぱ図書館でいいわ。言うと思いました。
The city of books. Yeah, the name fits. The bookshelves on either side of this canyon are skyscrapers. If I think of those emerald green lights flowing beneath us as headlights on a highway, then this really does seem like a city of books.
ただの本じゃないんでしょ、これらは。ええ、これら一冊一冊が重厚な群衆劇をまとめたもの。ここでは本に見えますが、本を開けばそこには本当に世界があるのです。
So basically we're in the Page Master right now.
私たちの長い物語もこの中の一冊でしかないのね。遥か上層の霞んで見えないくらいに上層の大魔女はもはや神や造物主と同じ存在です。そんな連中から見れば私たちの物語なんて果たして一冊にまとめる価値があるかどうか。
From the theater-goer's perspective, our individual lives are hardly worth anything at all. If they're writing down an entire world in a single volume, then my life probably isn't even worth a single line. Well, don't say that.
私たちは主人公だわ。私もあんたも。そうです。神々の物語に記されることがなくとも、私たちが記す自らの物語の主人公は常に自分なんです。それを自覚できるかできないかが魔女と人間を分ける最初の分かれ道。
You mean becoming self-aware that you're the main character? Oh, music stopped. They were on a balcony, which was really a room-sized section that had been dug out of the bookshelf, with no guardrail along the cliff. Be careful, you don't want to fall off that cliff. It didn't go in very deep, making it look like a room that had been cut in half. It was filled with the tools of everyday life, as though this was Erica's hidden house.
我が主よりお茶を振る舞えとの命令ですので、飲む気がなくてもロートを突っ込んで流し込みますから、そのつもりで。それやったらお抹茶を振る舞うわよ。
抹茶？
抹茶？なんでもないわ、こっちの話。
The hell is matcha? Ignoring Erica as she made tea, Angie looked down upon the bizarre, otherworldly scene below. Until Erica finished getting the tea ready, the scene held Angie's gaze like it was sucking out her soul.
こう言っちゃなんですけど。何？真実を得るために命を投げ出す契約なんてよくもしたもんですね。
Not really the best thing to do, really, but...
生きて何かするあてもない。なら私にとって残りの人生を投げ出すことなんて対価としては安いものだわ。
Just because it was easy doesn't make it the right thing to do.
我が主も物好きな方です。こんな無気力女の無価値な命と引き換えに契約なさるなんて。
Then again, I'm just... I don't know. Angie chuckled, not bothering to argue. That was exactly right. How incredible that Burncosta would lend her power to a worthless life that was trying to throw itself away.
我が主は奇跡を司る魔女ですから。だからあんたみたいな無価値な女の前にも姿を現すのでしょう。そうね、ベルンカステルが現れなくても私はあの日あの国へ一歩を踏み出していたのだから。安い女。じゃああんたにはそれだけの価値が？
About 10 tons of gold?
私ですか？
The way Erica cackled was disturbing. Really? Starting to grow on me, honestly. Still, Angie realized that this was her way of answering the question. People don't become witches of their own choosing. If they're capable of living, all people want to live their lives as humans. When something comes along to trip up that life, that's when the road to living as a witch opens. Even Fururo Erika, who calls herself the Witch of Truth, must be like this. The two witches of truth, sitting here drinking tea without even looking at each other, are exactly the same.
私は真実を暴くのが好きです。知ってるわ。隠し事を暴き、相手がどうしてバレたんだと青ざめるのを見るのが大好きなんです。その瞬間、私は真実に至ったのだと確信し、恍惚を覚えます。趣味の悪いやつ。じゃあ、あなたにとって真実は何だと言うんです？
Angie was about to give an immediate answer, but she bit down her words. Then she gulped, not knowing how to respond. After all, to Angie, the truth itself was the goal. At first, it was out of hatred. Could Ushiromiya Eva, the sole survivor of Rokanjima, be the culprit behind everything? She hated Eva, but she had no proof that her aunt was the culprit. And of course, Eva never talked about what happened on that island. Who would? So at first, the truth meant proof that Eva was the culprit in Angie's eyes. However, that feeling withered away with Eva's death. Now that Eva was dead, even if Angie did find some kind of proof, it wouldn't mean anything. So eventually the truth Angie wanted to find became nothing more than the simple desire to know what happened on that island that day. However, one thing was obvious. Even if she did find out the truth, that wouldn't bring any of her family back to her.
意味なんてないのかもね。意味もなく大好きなお兄ちゃんが隠す真実を暴く？あんたこそ意味がわかりません。
Erica laughed mockingly. Angie laughed too, as though she agreed.
だからね、私にとっての真実は目的に変わったの。生きるための理由とでも言えばいいのかしら。じゃあ真実にたどり着いたらもう生きる意味も目的もなくなっちゃいますね。そうよ。だから死ぬの。もういいじゃない。12年も余計に生きたのよ。そんな私に最後の瞬間くらい願いを叶えてくれる魔女が現れてもいいとは思わない？はあ、ぶっちゃけると生きるのにもう疲れたの一言でようやくできちゃいますね。そうよ。だから私の存在も生きる目的も何もかもが無意味。
And that's just heartbreaking.
一なる真実の書にたどり着くという目的は、そんな私に人生最後のちょっとしたきらめきを与えてくれたわ。その一点でだけベルンカステルには感謝してるわ。なるほど。バトラはあんたに生きてほしいからあんたの死ぬためのゴールを隠してるわけですね。バトラさんに初めて登場します。
Hitting him that he wants his little sister to live?
妹は選べないですからね。
No, you got that right. Sorry, Oni-chan. I'm tired of life. 12 whole years. I've been living off nothing but the illusion that someone might come home someday. Just let me find peace already. Finding the truth of that day, I decided I'd use that to mark the end of my life. For 12 years I believed in a miracle, but there was no miracle. I won't believe in miracles anymore.
一なる真実の書。内心は私も興味津々でしたが、そんなあんたの人生のピリオド扱いじゃ 大した真実は記されてなさそうですね。そうね、最初は経典同地の何かが記されているかもと期待したわ。でも今は何というか冷めてる。無価値なあんたが求める真実なんてどうせ無価値です。それがあんたという無価値な人生のピリオドにふさわしいでしょう。
Fucking harsh.
ええ、きっとそうなのよ。
You know, it's honestly just depressing how she just views her life. But, I mean, she did put up with, well, quite a bit of shit. Angie was already starting to realize something. Regardless of why Ava decided not to talk about what had happened, the real events of that day probably weren't anything earth-shattering. Some sort of malfunction made the bomb in that secret underground base explode. Yes, it was just an accident. But the public believed that some sort of conspiracy surrounded the events of that day, so that's what they'd expected. If Ava, who was a suspect herself, claimed that nothing strange happened, it's doubtful that anyone would have believed her. Of course, this included Angie. In that case, shutting up like a clam would just make things easier. It was hardly surprising that Ava chose to say nothing. Right.
今は達成感なんて全くない。よくわからない気だるい疲労感があるだけよ。真実の魔女は真実に耐える力があるからこそ真実の魔女なのです。同志エンジェ、あんたにはどうやらその力がないようですね。あったなら死のうなどと思わないのですから。そうね、私は誰かが帰ってくるかもしれないという幻想に私がベアトリーチェの猫箱に都合よく真実を隠して12年も真実を拒否していただけに過ぎない。一なる真実の書を読んだらあんたはどうなるんでしょうね。
I'm kind of scared to see what would happen to her if she read it.
さあ、契約に従いベルンカステルがちょんと私の首でも鎌で買ってくれるんじゃない？
Hopefully not!
あるいはまたひき肉かしら。
Oh god, no!
今度こそ塩と胡椒を練り込まれるわね。なるほど。だからひき肉なわけですね。何か言った？いいえ、何も。それよりおかわりはいかがです？
No thanks, I've already got some tea over here.
No, thank you.
Angie listlessly gazed down from the balcony with no handrail, down into the darkness of the abyss at the bottom of the bookshelf ravine. No, the gap between the bookshelf skyscrapers. From the beginning until the end of my journey, I haven't taken a single step away from this spot. This journey of mine, not even a single step long, will end soon.
あの底を流れてる光の行列は何？ああ、大アウローラ教のパーティーの客人たちの行列でしょ。
Oh, she's having a party?
客人？
Oh, I know this song.
元老院の大魔女たちや退屈から逃れる永遠の旅の途中の航海者たちや数百年の眠りより目覚めた偉大なる大魔女たちから未来世界を牛耳る魔女や魔女狩りの貴族たちまで、今夜は大きなパーティーが催されるようですよ。お誕生パーティーでもするの？
I think it has something to do with the Book of the Single Truth.
無
Probably.
限の魔女大ベアトリーチェ教は辺境の魔女なれど、その優れた魔法体系により無限の物語を生み出す無限機関ベアトリーチェの猫箱を生み出した天才魔女だそうです。私からすれば爪の甘い間抜け魔女なのですが、どうやら大魔女の世界では ちょいと知られた有名人のようで。
ベアトリーチェの誕生会でもやるわけ？
我が主はベアトリーチェの腹渡でもつ鍋パーティーと言っています。
Ew!
だってそうじゃないですか。一なる真実が存在しないから猫箱は無限の物語を生み続けたのです。
I'd rather never see that.
しかしもよい、あんたの鍵によって一なる真実が明かされます。そしてそれは猫箱が開かれることを意味する。まさにベアトリーチェを生きたまま腹を引き裂いてその中身をぶちまけるのと同じことってわけです。
I don't want to witness another Watanagashi.
そのもつ鍋パーティーにあの高速道路の渋滞みたいな大行列が。ベアトリーチェの有名さを驚くべきか、あの連中のゲッサにヘドが出るのが先か分かりかねるわ。
あんたにとって一なる真実の書の中身は単なるでも六軒島ミステリーを感激する者たちにとってはこれは見過ごせないイベントですから。
なるほど、あれはお兄ちゃんのゲーム版を食い破ってたヤギどもの行列というわけなのね。
Angie's analogy was an accurate one. The crowd, far, far below them, was made up of nobles wearing beautiful outfits and goat masks. They were all so intent on tearing the guts out of Beatrice's cat box that they couldn't even hide the drool trickling from their mouths. Ew! Those gluttonous goat nobles who derived pleasure from violently exposing the truth were in a line of cars heading towards the meeting place.
猫箱もベアトリーチェもいよいよおしまいなのね。
ベアトたちはゲーム版の最後の食い残し黄金鏡に立てこもってます。バトラとベアトが門番を務め第一陣を壊滅させたようですが第二陣は防げません。我が主は籠城概念破壊の艦隊を与えられました。黄金鏡の城壁などもはや風前の灯火です。
あの島に湧き出したヤギたちは島に惨劇を望む未来の妄言が具現化したもの。
そうです。あのヤギたちはネットの海からいくらでも生まれてきます。
Damn you, Internet!
第一陣など所詮は有象無象。第二陣は違います。無数のヤギたちの中から立てこもるすべての駒たち個人個人の否定に特化した再生鋭から編成しています。総兵力は10万。島に立てこもるほんの数十人を否定するために10万の否定を用意したのです。
お兄ちゃんももうおしまいね。
Feeling any regret at all yet, Angie?
もう覚悟はされているのでしょう。後宮バトラは1986年に死んでいてあの彼は猫箱が生み出した幻想であると。
ええ、分かってるわ。
Regardless of whether he's my real brother or an illusion, regardless of whether he's who I'd liked him to be or not, the battler who created this game board for my sake will die. No, it just means that I'll accept the fact of his death, so it's not like he's going to die now. Angie thought to herself, shouldn't performing the last rites for her brother be her responsibility? This was her final trial, which she had assigned to herself. All of those people down the game board were the personification of Angie's naivety. By denying the existence of all of them, wouldn't she finally be able to accept the truth? No, that's not right. I'm not being honest even with myself. Even if it's all an illusion, it wouldn't make that bizarre Halloween party any less heartwarming. Oni-chan said it himself. That Halloween party may have been an illusion. However, he was trying to use that party to tell me something.
その第二陣は
我が主より私が指揮官を務めるようお任せを。エンジェス、あなた自らに手を汚させるほど我が主は陰湿ではありません。
Yeah, yes, that might be kind of her. These are my lingering attachments we're talking about. I should be grateful to Burn Costal. If she really were cruel, she would probably have ordered me to take charge of the second wave and execute my own family.
どうしエンジェ、あんたは真実の魔女なんですよね。
そうよ、多分。
じゃあ受け入れましょうよ。12年を経てようやく本当の一なる真実を。
私はここでベルンカステルが封印を解き終えるのを気長に待つとするわ。
おそらくはパーティーのゲストとしてあなたは呼び出されるでしょう。姿見はありますので目やにでも取ってたらどうです？
あんたこそ出陣前に無駄毛でも抜いてきなさいよ。
That was mean. Whoa. It floated there in the empty air, the door to the Golden Land. At its base, there was nothing except some floor tiling about as thick as a rug, so it was fairly hard to imagine that this was Kinzo's study. By now, all of the game board except the Golden Land has been eaten away, leaving only this door floating in a sea of nothingness. There were two shapes in front of that door. It was Battler and Beato. They may not have been literally covered with wounds, but they definitely seemed to be dead tired. Battler, leaning against the door, seemed to have finally caught his breath. Beato was also sitting against the door, letting her legs dangle gracelessly. Could the battle against that force really be called a battle? It was more like a mere pushing fight on the increasingly small bit of ground that remained. They had wanted to protect at least Kinzo's study no matter what. And the only fruit of their desperate struggle was the thin bit of flooring that they were sitting on now. Those goats fell into the abyss whenever they had nowhere to stand. So now, with so much of the floor gone, there was no way for them to attack anymore. If Battler thought this, his naive hopes were quickly crushed.
ゾロリと取り囲んでやがるな。
増援を集め、今度こそ一度に押しつぶそうという魂胆であろう。
Huh. A ship? Wait, a pirate ship? Is that a cat and crossbones? Stretching across the horizon surrounding the door at their backs was an encirclement of countless large sailing ships. As they could clearly see, the decks of those ships were packed with goats, with some of the more foolish and overeager ones spilling over the edges into the emptiness below.
すげえな。俺もお前のゲームで随分とおかしな経験をいろいろしてきたが、海賊船に包囲されるってのは初めての経験だぜ。
Yeah, this is new.
おそらく黄金鏡の境を打ち破る力を持つのだろう。あの大砲もはったりではあるまい。あれでこの扉をぶち抜いて一挙になだれ込もうというに違いあるまい。
Along the sides of each ship were several open gun ports, each with a cannon pointing at the door. If this many ships all around them fired all of those at once, there was no point trying to imagine what would happen next. Battler and Beato grimaced and hung their heads.
あの大砲を前に黄金鏡の境はどの程度持ちこたえる？
わからぬ。ただあれだけの数を揃えているのにまだ援軍を待つということはおそらく
確かに降伏勧告もしないで手を休める理由はそれしか考えられねえな。
奴らが与えるこの時間が我らに有利に生かせればよいのだがな。
劣勢な側にとって時間はいつだって味方さ。
Yep.
何かの奇跡を期待できるからな。
I doubt Byrne would be that gracious.
あるいはさらなる絶望を知ることにもなろうか。
At that moment, something small and hard hit Battler in the forehead.
なんだこりゃ。コンペイト？
The fuck is Competo?
私よ。わかったわよ。
Oh! What? Lambda? The candy was Lambda Delta's transformed body. She was the only one of their allies capable of crossing the Sea of Fragments.
Oh,
Lambda Delta Candy!
ここじゃ奴らに姿を見られるわ。中で話をしましょう。一筋縄じゃいかないことになってるわ。
わかった。誰かいるか。
When Balor knocked on the door, it opened and Shannon and Cannon came into view.
はい、お呼びですか。
すまぬが見張りを頼む。
お任せを。
奴らが攻撃を開始したら戦う必要はない。すぐに黄金鏡に逃げ込め。扉を閉めなくていい。
しかしそれでは。
奴らは扉なんか無視して直接黄金鏡をぶっ壊す気だ。ここで仁王立ちしてたってもう何も防ぐことはできやしない。
Fair assumption.
わかりました。
ここは僕たちに任せて中で対策を。
うん、しばらく頼むぞ。
Balor and Beato traded places with Shannon and Cannon, returning to the Golden Land. Oh, it's raining. A gentle rain poured down over the Golden Land Rose Garden. The Golden Land's weather reflected the hearts of those inside it. The quietly falling raindrops spoke for the pain felt by those who could do nothing but hide here, waiting for the enemy's final assault. When they returned to the arbor, the Compaito flew out of Battler's pocket, jumped onto the table, and returned to its original form. I bet.
まさか魔女にもなってこんなハラハラした目に遭うなんて夢にも思わなかったわ。
Well, at least you're having fun.
それでエンジやベールンカステルたちは一体どこに。
図書の都よ。
聞いたことがあります。海を渡る偉大なる魔女たちが集めたさまざまなかけらを書物に記し保管した地があると。
What the hell is this music?
尊厳なる感激と戯曲と傍観の魔女により厳選されし名誉ある図書の都ですな。
大アウローラ教は図書の都の主だ。なるほど、妥当な場所であるな。しかしさすがはラムダデルタ教ね。無数に想定された隠れ家からこんなにも早く居場所を突き止められるなんて。
Thanks for the help.
それがね、簡単に分かっちゃったわ。わかるも何も向こうで大々的に宣伝をしているわ。無限の魔女大ベアトリーチェ教の猫箱の秘密大公開パーティーってね。
なるほどな。奴らがまだ攻めてこぬ理由は援軍待ちではなくパーティーの式次第の。
そのパーティーとやらでエンジの鍵を使って一なる真実の書を公開するということなのか。
そういうことね。アウローラは久しぶりのイベントなんで各界から賓客を集めて大パーティーを催してるわ。
Oh goody.
一なる真実の書はそのパーティーの最後の目玉になるでしょうね。
エンジと鍵を取り戻すチャンスはまだあるってことか。
時間的猶予という意味ではね。ただとてもシンプルかつ当然な問題が。
なんだ。
図書の都は元老院の管理下にある聖域よ。
Ah, crap.
神聖な結界が張られている。元老院の魔女以外は踏み入ることさえできない。
パーティーの招待客には元老院に席を持たぬ者もいるのでは。
ええ、いるわ。そういう連中には特別に聖域に踏み入ることを許可する招待状が与えられてるみたい。
招待状。
これは面白くなってきましたな。
Most certainly.
と私も思ったわよ。と ころがこの招待状、遅刻厳禁でパーティー開始時刻までに入場受付をしてないと自動的に効果を失う優れもの。そしてお気の毒なことについさっきパーティーが始まっちゃったわ。
Ah.
つまり遅刻した来客の誰かから招待状を奪うという手はもう手遅れということか。
そういうことで、どうすんのこれから。誰かポップコーンもらえる？
Yeah, I don't know. Kinzo, could you pop some popcorn for the Great Lady Lambda Delta, please?
今度キャンディーフレーバーがいいわ。
Okay, I guess drench it in caramel, please.
門外漢で恐縮だが、もはやお手上げに思えるね。
Oh, hey, Kraus.
私たちはもうおしまいなのですね。ここで座ったまま奴らが襲ってくるまで待ってるしかないの。
You could slap them.
何かできることがあるはずだわ。そうね。私たちにできることは一つだけあるわ。
それは
1分1秒でも悪あがきして奇跡を待つことや。
奇跡？
つまりこいつはあらもの砦ってわけさ。
Indeed.
私たちに幸福はない。できるのは1分1秒でも持ちこたえて奇跡が起こるのを待つことだけね。
ウリュウ、奇跡って何？エンジェが何かの理由で気が変わってここへ戻ってくる可能性が何百万分の1の確率であるかもしれない。
そのような極小の確率の末ならば、それは確かに奇跡と呼べるであろうな。
Think it's your time to shine now, Goldsmith?
私たちはエンジェさんの帰りを待つためにここにいるんです。
ええ、エンジェさんの帰る場所は私たちのいるここだけなんです。だから私たちは最後の1秒までここを守って彼女の帰りを待たなければならないんです。
留守をお預かりすることこそ使用人の役目。こうとなればこの号だ。もう覚悟は決まっております。
You show them what you can do, Goda.
バトラ様、我ら一同すでに覚悟は決まっております。
シエスタ姉妹近衛隊一同、盟約に基づき最後まで大ベアトリーチェ教とご一緒するであります。
45、問題ありません。最後まで戦います。ようやく似合いの死に場所を見つけたに。410、問題ないに。
煉獄の7姉妹、最後までベアトリーチェ様とバトラ様のおそばに。
The 6 younger sisters also showed their resolve with their eyes.
アイゼルネイ・ヨングフラウ、最後までお供します。
Awesome!
元 SSVD もいいぜ。付き合ってやら。
そしてあなたもどうか私たちの力を。
私？だよ、偵察してきてあげたじゃない。それで私は十分協力をしてあげたつもりだけど。
あなたはエンジェちゃんが都市の都の中にいるのをどうやって確認？
もちろんこの目でよ。私、自分の目で見たものしか信用しないたちなの。
ということはあなたは聖域である都市の都に入る資格を持っているということですね。
Ah!
そうと大ラムダデルタ教は元老院の大魔女であらせられるぞ。
ラムダデルタ、
何よあんたたち。まさか私にもう一働きしろって言ってんじゃないわよね。
Please?
これは思わぬ出番だね。
都書の都に入ることができるのはラムダデルタ教ただ一人。
ということはこれはまさにラムダデルタ教のための見せ場ということじゃない。
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。あんたたち正気？
Kind of, yeah.
私がたった一人であそこへもう一度侵入して
Then several dozen people surrounding Lambda Delta all nodded in unison.
バカも休み休みお言いなさいよね。
Incompetently stupid, you could say.
エンジを助け出すってことはダイヤオローラのパーティーをぶっ壊せってことよ。
Oh, come on, doesn't that sound fun, though?
私に世界を敵に回せってこと？
Oh, come on, you could kick their asses.
私に見返りはないわ。あるわけない。あんたたちに用意できるどんな見返りだって、ダイヤオローラとその愉快な友人の化け物たちを敵に回すことと割が合うわけなんてない。
Lifetime supply of peppermints?
ダイヤウローラとダイベルンカステルの目論みを台無しにし、エンジェちゃんを連れ戻し、みんなで和解するというハッピーエンドが見られます。
どうであるかラムダデルタ卿、これほどのスリル、他それほどの大事を成し遂げれば、そなたも病を1000年は忘れることができるのではないか。
頼むラムダデルタ、俺たちに力を貸してくれ。
Please, please, we're begging you! Help us save Angie! Everyone surrounded Lambda Delta, asking for her help.
どうか頼むラムダデルタ卿、そなたしかおらぬのだ。
力を貸してくれ。俺がお前に最高の物語を見せてやる。そいつを最前列で見せてやるから。だから力を貸してくれ。
うるさい、黙れっつってんです。
I think we pissed her off. Lambda Delta leapt to her feet and crushed the cup of popcorn in her hands. Sweet candy-flavored popcorn flew all over the place, hitting everyone in the face. It may have been a hilarious sight. However, no one laughed. Lambda Delta's face was filled with a rage that none of them had seen before.
勘違いしないでくれる？私は観客よ、観客。ベアトに招かれてそのゲームを見物に来ただけの客人よ。その私がなんであんたたちのために命までかけなきゃなんないわけ？
You raise a fair point.
ヘンジが帰ってきたらハッピーエンド？バカじゃない？怒り狂ったベルンとその軍勢が一気になだれ込んできてブチッと潰されておしまいじゃない。私がここにいる理由はたった一つよ。それは面白い物語が見られるとそこのリオンに単価を切られたから。そして私はもうじき最高に面白い物語が見られることを信じて疑わないわ。
I mean, you're not wrong.
それは排水の陣でベルンの軍勢と戦って一人また一人と散っていく悲しい悲しい物語。
This is the kind of reaction I was honestly expecting.
全員に散り際の見せ場がありそうだもんね。それを間近でもうじき感激できるのよ。
Oh, there's a face I've been missing to see.
あんたたちはもうじきみんな死ぬの。でも私は違う。私は観客よ、客人よ。あんたも一緒に死んでくれなんて言われる筋合いはこれっぽっちもないんだから。
Yeah. No one was able to say a word. In the still silence, with no sound except that of the rain, even Lambda Delta finally hung her head in dismay.
ごめんね。私ってば最高にかっこ悪いわ。そうよね。ここで私が任せておきなさいって胸を叩いたら、私の人気はうなぎ登りで、次の人気投票はトップ3くらいに入っちゃうかもね。
I'd say you'd probably just make it all the way to the top.
でもね、私はあんたたちと違って、物語の登場人物じゃないのよ。死ねないのよ。あんたたちが深夜に、クライマックスはこれからだとか意気込んでるけど、私は明日、月曜で学校で日直で朝は起床が早いわけよ。住んでる世界が違うの。だからさ、私をさ。
Lambda Delta staggered as though dizzy, then plopped down into a chair. Then she became expressionless like a doll, just staring at a single point in space, silently. Valor softly apologized. However, Lambda Delta remained expressionless.
俺たちにできることも尽くさないのに、あんたにだけ何かを失うように強いるのはフェアじゃない。
Whoa, what the hell's that?
俺たちはここで戦い、最後の1秒までここを守る。エンジェが一なる真実よりも俺たちを選びそれも尽くさないのに、あんたに俺たちと一緒に命を捨ててくれなんて頼めるわけもない。
Balor rose from his seat and spun around.
バトラー、
見張りの2人と交代してくれ。俺が奴らと戦う時の先人でありたい。それが今すぐ俺がラムダデルタに見せられる俺の。
Damn it, every time.
わらわも行くぞ。お師匠様はラムダデルタ教に新しいポップコーンを頼む。
ベアト。
エンジェは必ず帰る。信じねば実る奇跡も実らぬというもの。くじを買わねば当たることもないのだからな。
Beato also stood up and followed Balor.
みんな戦いに備え何かの準備をしよう。
賛成だぜ。ここでうつむいてたってバカバカしいぜ。
そうだな。最後くらい景気よく行こうぜ。
エンジェちゃんの帰る場所を守らなくちゃ。
私たちも作戦会議が必要です。
そうだな。家具に武具に悪魔に異端審問官だ。このちぐはぐ連合軍でうまく連携を取らなきゃな。
Yeah.
さあ妹たち、休憩の時間は終わりよ。シエスタ隊起立。
The humans and the fantasy creatures all rose to their feet and left the arbor. Afterwards, only Lam the Delta remained, still staring blankly at a point in empty space. Yeah, I think we really fucking broke her. And that's not a good thing.
いい香りの紅茶ね。インスタント？それともティーバッグかしら？
Oh, hey, Ava.
おや、同志エヴァもいかがです？
Ava Toriche.
カップはないのでロートになりますが。
The gold butterfly drifted onto the balcony and turned into Ava.
ベルンカステルの様子はどう？一なる真実の書の封印を解くのにまだだいぶかかるのかしら。
それを伝えに来たのよ。封印が解けたそうよ。
Uh-oh.
おめでとうございます。いよいよですね。あなたの人生のピリオド。
鍵を持ってベルンカステル教のところへお行きなさいな。使い魔の猫が案内してくれるわ。
Oh. 2 emerald sparkles flew in. They were the green, glinting eyes of a black cat. The cat flicked its tail elegantly with the dignity of a high-class attendant.
わかったわ。じゃあちょっと行ってくるわ。
Angie rose from her seat. She did it casually, as though she really was just heading out for a short trip. However, her lips would never touch her half-finished cup of tea again.
短い間でしたが楽しかったです。
It was short, but it was an interesting interaction seeing you two talk to each other.
同族嫌悪って感情を知ることができる貴重な時間でした。
私こそ次に会えたらどうやったらこんなにまずく紅茶が入れられるのか秘密を教えてほしいわ。
Fuck!
嬉しい？私が12年間ずっと隠して意地悪してきた秘密がいよいよ知れて。
嬉しいわ。今ならエリカの気持ちがわかるわ。あんたが死ぬまで守った秘密を暴けてあんたに一矢報いてやったって気持ちになるもの。
それは気持ちのいいこと？
多少はマシって程度だわ。
Angie nodded towards the black cat to let it know that she was ready. Oh boy. The cat nodded back in a refined manner, indicated that it wanted Angie to follow, and leapt from the balcony. Without turning back, Angie followed it, jumping out into the air as though swimming. Ava watched her go. An expression of ridicule and scorn failed to cross her face.
いってらっしゃい、エンジェ。それもあんたの選んだ道よ。あんたはもう6歳じゃない。18歳なのよ。自分の人生は自分で選択しなさい。過保護なおばさまだことで。私は式典の様子を見に行くけれど、あなたは？
もうじき出陣の時間ですので、船に向かいます。手土産にはベアとの屍を、腹渡はパーティーに。私は皮をもらえることになってますので、剥製を作りましょう。
これで謎のベールに包まれた六軒島物語もおしまいね。
するとその駒であるあんたもおしまいになりますね。
私はただの駒よ。駒の役目はゲームが終わるまで自分の役目に忠実であることだわ。ゲームが終わった後のことを考えるのは駒の役目じゃない。
そうですね。それは私も同じです。お互い今のこのひとときを楽しみましょう。では私もこれで失礼します。
じゃあね、お仕事頑張ってね。
After exchanging elegant bows, the two witches vanished at the same time. Nothing remained except some half-finished teacups and the aroma of the tea itself. What the? One after another, luxury cars stopped in front of a high-class hotel in the city, and guests began to step out of them.
いやあ、大月教授。おお、これは前回のコンベンション以来ですな。
All of the guests gathered here were very rich and cultured. A single hobby tied all of them together. They were the witch hunters. Like-minded people who enjoyed exploring various interpretations of the Rokkenjima mystery.
しかし本当でしょうか。後ろ宮エヴァの日記帳が実在したなんて。私も噂には聞いておりました。後ろ宮エヴァが死の直前に隠したとささやかれる秘密の日記。彼女は六軒島の真実をそれに密かに記していたと噂されます。まるで王様の耳はロバの耳ですな。人は自分しか知り得ない秘密を穴を掘ってでも口にせずにはいられない。悲しい。何でも聞いた話ではドバイのコレクターが1000万ドルで買収を持ちかけてるとか。それはすごい。それだけロッキン島ミステリーが魅力的なことの証左ですな。
Conversations like this were breaking out passionately all over the place. Furthermore, it wasn't just guests who were allowed to enter. The press was also there in force. The Rokkenjima mystery created such a large movement that at one time it became a social phenomenon. Though it had died down slightly in recent years, it was still a topic fiercely debated across the internet. It was hardly any surprise that the discovery and imminent release of Ushirimiya Eva's diary, which contained the truth of that mystery, had caused an uproar. Then on top of all that, the mysterious forger Itoi Kokuru was to appear publicly for the first time. In fact, it seemed that Itoi Kokuru and Hachijo Toya, the up-and-coming mystery novelist, were the same person. Of course, this meant that Hachijo Toya would also be appearing in public for the first time. Though she was thought to be a male author, the fact that she was actually a mysterious woman author alone was enough to cause a stir. Before the diary unveiling party, a press conference was held in one of the rooms of the hotel.
いかにも 私が八条東也です。
先生は過去のサイン会においても影武者を立ててまで姿を現すことを拒まれてきたわけですが、それが今回こうして姿を現されたのはどういうご心境の変化からでしょ
う。六軒島の魔女伝説は無限の物語を生み出してきました。それが終焉することの意味を考えれば、
偽書作家としての先生はネット上で真実に至ったと公言されておりました。それはつまりもう先生は日記の中身をご覧になっているということなのですか。
そしてそれはもうじき皆さんにも公開されることとなるでし
う。こう言ってはなんですが、日記の中に記された内容が真実であるとの保証はあるのでしょうか。個人の私的記録に過ぎないといううがった見方もあるようですが。
いいえ、私が保証します。日記には真実が記されています。
でOh! A stir passed through the crowd and the room was suddenly filled with camera flashes.
これにて八条先生の会見を終了いたします。報道各社の皆さん、本日は誠にありがとうございます。
She used the red in everyday life!
引き続きまして後宮エヴァ氏の日記の撮影時間に移りたいと思います。
A hotel worker pushed forward a cart covered by a veil. Actually, now that I think about it, I never really thought about it until now. How is the red portrayed in, like... How are they seeing it? Are they literally just seeing a text box appear beneath them? Or is it like actual words floating in the air whenever the red is used, or the blue? Then, after looking to Hachijo for approval, he removed the veil. There lay Ushidamiya Eva's diary. The book of the single truth sat there, waiting for its seal to be released. Hachijo held it to her chest and laughed enigmatically. Camera flashes came from everywhere, making the book of the single truth glint.
以上で会見を終了させていただきます。それでは皆様、会場の方へ移動をお願いいたします。
Still holding the diary, Hachijo left the press conference room, escorted by men from the hotel. Until she went through a door that said authorized people only. The journalists continued to surround her and ask questions, hoping to gather just one more comment. When the door slammed shut, the world twisted. The hotel employees became black cats wearing capes. Hachijo had turned into Featherine.
すごい熱気じゃない。楽しめた？疲れる。だが悪くない。それにしてもこの日記は重いな。
Featherine tossed the diary and Bernkastel caught it.
私は少し控え室で休ませてもらおう。出番なんてすぐよ。休んでる暇なんてないでしょ。では休むと言わず、久しぶりの興奮をかみしめる時間が欲しいと言い直すね。この本借りるわよ。エンジェに一番に見せる約束をしているわ。そうか。ならば好きにするがよい。
Featherine left, followed by her cat attendants. After watching her until she was out of sight, Bernkastel disappeared as well. Like Erica's room, Bernkastel's was a balcony without a handrail, dug out of a bookshelf cliff. Angie had been kept waiting for some time, but she had waited patiently, looking down at the world below her.
遅くなったわね。ごめんなさい。
After Bernkastel appeared, the black cats gave a bow and vanished.
ほら、持ってきたわよ。一なる真実の書。
触れてもいい？
お好きになさい。
Bernkastel set it on the table and beckoned Angie forward. Slowly, Angie approached it.
これがエヴァおばさんの日記。
そうよ。その中にあんたが知りたかった一なる真実が記されているわ。鍵は持ってるわよね。
ええ、ここに。
Angie took the key out, looked at it there on her palm, then gripped it tightly. Even that heavy lock that held the diary so securely was fated to be swept aside easily as soon as Angie readied herself.
せかさないわ。あなたの心の準備がついてから開けるといい。
この中には1986年10月4日と5日に何が起こったか記されているのよね。
そうよ。あなたが命と引き換えにしてでも知りたいと願ったすべてがね。
In that instant, two Angies appeared inside of her, taking control of her body at the same time. On the one hand, she knew that she had already paid a great price to learn the truth. This part of her gripped a key, wanting to prevent the moment of hesitation that might lead her to refuse to learn the truth now, at the final moment with the book of the single truth right before her. On the other hand, a feeling that she was betraying the brother and family that washed over her warmly made her bite her lower lip. However, though she shook, she could do nothing but watch as her right hand slowly brought the key towards the lock. What am I hesitating for? Inside this diary, there is the final destination of my sad, painful 12-year-long journey. Was 12 years not enough of that? Do I want to keep living that way? That brother is an illusion created by my heart, my naive hope that a miracle might still occur. If I put my two options on a scale, then the path I should choose is clear. Slowly, I pushed the key into the lock and twisted. The lock opened with a click, and at the same time it felt as though a crack ran through the key in my hands. Maybe a part of that intricate design had fallen off. I couldn't tell where it was broken just by glancing at it. However, for some reason, its golden glint seemed dulled somehow.
あんたもその鍵で選択をしたから魔法が一つ消えたの。
何なの？
バトラが言わなかった。その鍵はあなた以外の誰にも渡すことはできない。そのあなたに選択を委ねるという魔法が今その役目を終えて消えたのよ。もうその鍵はただの鍵。この日記を開け閉めするだけのただの鍵よ。
そう。じゃあこのお兄ちゃんの鍵ももう用済みね。
もらってもいいよ。あんたが読んだ後にもう一度施錠するの。その錠前を開けるのはパーティーの立派なセレモニーだそうだから。
そう。好きにすればいい。
I don't give a damn what happens after I find the truth. Berncastle slid the key from where it lay on the table and put it into her pocket.
ではどうぞ真実を知ろうとするあなたの勇気が消えてしまう前に。
Kind of a dick move to end it here, wouldn't it? I lifted up Eva Obasan's now unlocked diary. The lock was open. Even the hinges had been released by now. Nothing stands in the way of me opening to the pages within. I thought of taking a deep breath. However, I decided against it. I prepared myself for this long ago. So stupid to fuel my reluctance further. I opened it. Violently, ruthlessly. I knew that this was the right way to open to the pages that held the truth. As soon as the cover was opened, a brilliant light poured out of my mind when hazy. The truth was sent to my mind directly, without letters or words. Tell me, what happened that day on Rokunjima? My consciousness returned gradually. Nothing was written in the open book before me. Of course, this was my own blank and empty notebook. I was at school, just sitting idly with my notebook open. The world had stopped. The hands on the clock had stopped too. In that case, the auditorium should have been filled with silence. However, I could hear a small commotion. In this world of suspended time, I could see dark shapes sneaking about in the shadows of the unmoving students. They were students with goat heads. They were sneaking glances at me from behind the frozen students, whispering something to each other. I know. I can hear them. Everybody knows. One after another, students with goat heads grew out of shadows from all over the room. They slipped around all the students, stopped in time, and gathered around me. Then they all jeered out something in unison, and possibly a word that I could hear, showered me with giggles and gossip and sneers. However, nothing that came from the goat's mouth reached my ears as words. This was a world without letters or words, so no words reached me. However, their emotions and meanings did reach me. So I knew what it was that they were saying. And then, when I was able to visualize it, this happened. One after another, the goats opened their massive jaws, showing their fangs that dripped with saliva, and came forward to bite me. Time was stopped for me. I was aware, but I could not move. Literally, that wasn't true. However, I was pretending that I couldn't hear, so I couldn't move. The goats bit me all over my body, leaving their fang marks, licking me. Ew. Maybe they didn't like the taste of my clothes. Taking advantage of the fact that I couldn't move, they chewed through my clothes one by one. Over and over again, the goats stuck their tongues, their jaws, their fangs into my naked body. I was covered with drool and bitten all over. Bright red teeth marks were left behind as sharp fangs pierced my skin, leaving trails of blood. They licked up that blood like real goats, hurting and humiliating me. As I hung my head, one of the goats pulled on my hair, forcing me to look up and spoke. It wasn't with a direct concept, but with words I could hear. However, they weren't words of the human world. They were a witch's words. The red truth which signifies absolute truth. That was just horrifying to listen to! Who cares about the truth? So stupid. So pointless. I'm the one who gets to decide if that's the truth or not, right? Even if it's red truth, I won't acknowledge it. Won't forgive it. I definitely won't accept it.
赤き真実は絶対？誰にとっての絶対？あんたたちにとっての絶対でしょ？私にとっての絶対じゃない。私の真実はあんたたちの真実に怪我されたりなんかしない。
エンジ、落ち着いて。知りたいと願ったのはあんたでしょ？
Yeah. Angie?
私の真実はエヴァおばさんが犯人。エヴァおばさんがみんなを殺したのよ。悪いのは全部エヴァおばさん。お父さんもお母さんもお兄ちゃんもみんなただの犠牲者。誰も悪くない。誰も悪くない。だってそうじゃない。だってそうじゃない。
Your aunt will always be on your side, Angie-chan.
わかったわ。あんたの言葉の意味。そうよ、エヴァおばさん。あんたが犯人よ。あんたが犯人。
My God, Angie.
それを認めない世界の方がおかしいのよ。壊れてるのよ。正しいのは私。私は赤き真実を、世界のすべてを否定する。
そう。
This is just sad.
あんただけに記せる赤き真実を記してごらんなさい。でも人間はどうやって赤き真実を記すの？
あるわよ。人間にしか記せない真っ赤なインクがあるじゃない。
エンジェさん、落ち着いてください。
正しいのは私、間違ってるのが世界。 私が記してあげる。本当の赤き真実で私が真実を記してあげる。
God, Angie!
20屋上支援大至急。
エンジェさん待ちなさい。早まるな。危ない。
グッバイエンジェ。Have a nice day。
記してあげる。これが私の記す真っ赤な真実。お前たちの世界の真実なの。私は受け入れるものか。
Fucking Christ! Angie's body went past the edge of the balcony. The air which she had once been able to swim through was now completely merciless for some reason. Angie's body plunged straight into the darkness below. Bernkastel just watched the scene play out in silence. Behind her, men in black suits rushed up to the fence, clutching it and screaming.
20エンジェさんが飛び降りた。ダメだ、ここからは姿が見えない。大至急地上を調べろ。無理だ、どうしようもなかった。ひょっとするとあそこの棒のネットに引っかかったかもしれん。調べてみよう。
What fools. If you jump straight down from this height, do you really think such a flimsy safety net could possibly save you?
そんな奇跡絶対に起こらないこと。この奇跡の命ベルンカステルが保証してあげるわ。
God! Angie's body fell from the skyscraper-like bookshelf and slammed against the floor of the City of Books. Looking down from Bernkastel's balcony, which was as high as a skyscraper's roof, could it have looked like a lovely red-pressed flower? It couldn't have looked like anything, just like how the death of a single lonely girl who rejected the world didn't matter to anyone in the world. She probably died instantly. It was only natural. She had fallen straight down from this height after all. Is it even conceivable that she wouldn't die instantly after something like that? The index finger on the right hand of her corpse stuck out as though it was tracing something. Could it be that, by some impossible miracle, she really had escaped an instant death? And could the red blood that had drained from her on that moment of her death have been the ink that drew her own personal red truth? However, no one would ever be able to tell what she had written. After all, the red blood pouring from her corpse had run over it all.
それさえもあんたの選択よ、エンジ。
Ava was looking down at the beautiful flower of blood radiating from Angie's corpse.
私はあんたを生かそうとした。でもあんたは6歳より先の未来を生きようとしなかった。だからあんたは12年をかけてやっと元の場所に戻ってきた。
The eyes on Angie's corpse were closed. However, there was no way of knowing if this was a peaceful thing. Eventually, the corpse began to melt away. At the end, it had become a messy lump of flesh with only a few parts recognizable as human. It was hardly surprising. How else would she look after falling from that height and slamming against the asphalt?
あんたは死ねたわ。でもね、それで天国のみんなに迎えてもらえるかは別だわ。だってあんたはその天国のみんなを拒絶してここへ来たんじゃない。See you hell。多分それはここだったわね。さようなら、エンジ。
あらエヴァ、 ちょうどいいところへ。
お呼びでしょうか、我が主。
そのひき肉のゴミを捨てておいてちょうだい。私はこれを戻してくるわ。
In Berncastle's hand was the key, which had lost its magic when Angie had made her decision, and the book of the single truth, which had been locked up again.
かしこまりました、我が主。
After looking down one more time, Berncastle vanished. Once she had gone, Ava summoned some cat familiars and ordered them to clean up. The black cats gathered Angie's flesh and scattered limbs and threw them into a tin bucket. Even in this miserable form, Angie's soul was still living. Perhaps living is a poor description. She was unable to die. From now on, forever, she would drift along in the deepest depths of oblivion, covered by the dust of oblivion, until she finally disappeared. She continued to question herself. What did the truth mean to her? What was right, and where was the place she could call home? As her flesh began to cool, even the energy to ask these questions began to fade. Eventually, she would forget her everyday memories, and even the reason why she was suffering. However, there was one thing she would never forget. That was the anguish. From this point forth, she would suffer endlessly without even knowing why. By the time the cats finished flinging her corpse into the bucket and dumping into the sea of nothingness, Angie had forgotten even her own name. Fuck. Okay. God. Oh my God, that hurt. God, that was fucking sad. That was beyond painful to sit through. Even upon reading it, she couldn't even accept the actual truth, could she? That's just sad.